Okay.
Uh,
Securing our borders. We don't let immigrants in. Um, when other countries threaten us, we don't just sit back there and do nothing.
sure.
But look,
Where are you
look
from?
what happened. What?
Where are you from?
I am from PA.
Time is it?
Uh, what time is it? It is 8:20 p.m.
Name three cities
Three cities of what?
in Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, Cranberry, West Mifflin. Want me to continue going? There's a lot of cities in PA. There's a lot of little small pockets.
Huh. You just have an accent, but take it away. Continue.
I'm originally from Brooklyn. That's why.
Sure. You said borders. You said what else?
Securing our borders. Did you see what happened to 9/11 when Osama threatened us? Like,
Who
Trump
threatened
was
us?
Osama. He said he's gonna, like, America's gonna be under attack. Did you not see 9/11?
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? When Iran said death to America?
Okay, so borders, Iran. What? Name one last point that we can go over.
Let's see. All these LGBTQ, like people, they think they're women.
Sure.
Like, that's some crazy stuff over here, you
Sure,
know?
sure, sure. 3 points. Let me just say hi to YouTube. I'll just say hi to TikTok and the people joining, and then I'll address those points. How's it going? YouTube? Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Repost the live, share the live if you're over on TikTok. Do all the wonderful things. To do the repost, you click on share,
So
you
you
click on
don't
the repost
support Trump?
button. I do not know. Let's try to get to 10.5 thousand likes as always.
So
We
give me
are
your reason
looking for
why.
debates.
Give me
If you give me
your
a
reasons
second,
why you don't
if you
support
give me
Trump.
a second, I'll be able to like address the points that you said. It will take 30 more seconds.
Oh,
As always, you guys, we're looking for debates. So if you are a debater, make sure to join up in the guest box. Try to get put to 10.5 thousand likes. We also have a gift code. I don't know what it is. It's one random thing. As well as if you guys want to support, you can join my other communities. Link in the bio of my threads, Instagram, all of the above. As well as you want to show some love via monetarily, you can do so via Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App for the grift. We have this guest over here, but first we're going to talk about the news. Donald Trump is using his DOJ to go after the woman he raped, E. Jean Carroll. There's now an investigation open against E. Jean Carroll. That is the news that I have for you guys today. As well as Iran. Iran is saying, per AP News, that there is a deal that is waiting for Donald Trump to be signed. But we don't know if he's going to sign it. We don't know what the deal exactly is. But this guest said borders, Iran, and the LGBTQ trans people. What about the borders? Do you support of Donald Trump?
first of all, like, we're kicking out a lot of people out of the country.
Sure.
Like, I don't know if you realize that, like, a lot of people are getting deported if you're not documented over here.
Sure. What's one benefit of mass deportation?
Uh, America first. Like, these people are taking our benefits. They were in hotels, like, and they were getting paid under Biden.
Sure.
There's a lot of scam.
So what's one benefit of mass deportation then?
What's the benefit? You know, opening America for jobs for Americans.
Cool. Is that it?
Like, no, like, okay, I have a question for you. So, like,
Can you
is
answer the
it
question before
fair?
you ask me a question?
Is it fair for people to wait in line to become American citizen or even get a green card? Then these people just jumping the border and cutting the
No,
line.
they shouldn't be waiting.
No, they should be waiting. It's
So you made a couple different points. You said borders, kicking people out of the country. That's what you said. What of his
so
borders, and you said
it's
and then when I asked you what's one benefit of mass supporting undocumented immigrants, you said more benefits because they get benefits, they get hotels, they get paid, and jobs. More jobs for Americans is what you said. So we'll go point by
yes,
point. We'll go backwards. So you start with more jobs for Americans. That's gonna be false. Per American Immigration Council, a mass deportation plan for every 500,000 immigrants removed, 44,000 U.S. born workers would lose their job. Okay, so that's just simply false. There's no incentive for these companies to hire more American-born workers. There's actually an incentive for them to downsize their company because we're removing 11 million unauthorized people from our economy that contribute both to the demand and supply and the job market, right? So what this source found is that for every 500,000 immigrants removed, 44,000 U.S.-born workers lose their job. Unless you have a different source countering what I'm saying, feel free to give it to me. Otherwise, I've provided evidence to prove you're false.
so it's illegal to, like, jump the border, right?
That's great. Can you answer what I said?
Yeah, I already said it. Like, it does.
So
Like,
then, can you concede that they wouldn't
do
create
you,
more
you know
jobs for
Trump opened,
Americans?
like, Trump made, like, a lot of jobs, right? opened up a lot of things.
We lost jobs in 2025 compared
Do you have
to
those facts?
2024.
You want to pull them up right now?
Sure. But can you concede on the before we pivot to this? Concede that mass deportation plan would not increase jobs. Can you concede on that?
No, it's not true.
So then tell me how it would create more jobs.
How would it create more jobs?
Yeah.
It gives more opportunity to the American people.
What's the incentive for these companies to hire American workers? What's the incentive?
We pay taxes. You know, like
It's not
illegals.
an incentive.
How, like, so you're saying when they hire an illegal and they pay them under the
For the
table?
Bureau of Labor Statistics, we added 2 million jobs in 2024, and in 2025 we only added 584,000. So
Where are you getting your
yes,
facts from?
Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is under Trump, by the way. So it's not like left leaning. It's not a liberal ideology source. So there's my point that I was trying to prove, and my point is right. But then you said
So you're
when
against
you
us
hold on.
taking out.
Let's go point by point. You mentioned jobs. You said more jobs. I was able to prove you wrong. Your counter to my argument was that we paid taxes. That's not an incentive for them to hire American workers, okay? Because we're still losing 11 million people that contribute to the supply side, contribute to the demand side, and contribute to the job market. Okay, so that's not an
So how many of
incentive.
them are
Us paying
on
taxes is not an incentive.
So how many people are on SNAP? How many people are on
Before
welfare?
we move on, we need to concede or find some common ground, or I need to concede. So, are you going to concede the point that you made that more jobs will be created? Yes or no?
Yes. They
Okay.
will.
So more jobs would not be created. Created.
You're just dumb. I'm done with this.
I come back. Like, why would you run? I want to have. I wrote all the dean, all the. I saw Dean wannabe, and I said Dean. I cannot multitask for shit. I wrote down all the points that you made. You said kicking people out, benefits. You said hotels. I wanted to get to that one. You said SNAP and welfare. You said Iran, and then you talked about trans people. Why would you run? What was his name, y'all? I can send him back an invite. What was his name? What was his name? No? Moving on to the next guest, I guess.
How's it going?
How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Shit. I just want to talk about Trump keeping us safe, right?
Okay. How?
He's keeping us pretty safe, right? Kamala was tripping out with Russia, right? Trump's doing a better job.
Doing a better job how?
You know what I'm saying? Not, aggravating them, things of that nature.
Russia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to the extent that Kamala was.
Okay, you made a claim from Trump's keeping us safe. In regards to what? Let's go point by point. Because you said Trump's keeping us safe. You said he's doing a better job at not aggravating Russia. And then you said Harris was aggravating Russia. So let's go on to your first point. How is Trump keeping us safe?
Again, not aggravating Russia as much as
Oh, so it's
Harris.
the same thing. Okay. How did Harris aggravate Russia? How so?
Everyone before this whole thing happened, everyone was wondering if World War III was going to happen because of her, right? We was scared. We was all scared. We was terrified. So
That's not telling me how she aggravated Russia. Can you please answer the question?
you know what? This is some libtard stuff. I don't have.
Wow. That's the second person to run. Moving on to the next guest. Isn't this fun? Isn't this fucking fun? That is a second person who has ran, okay? I'm on it today. I'm not going to allow them to pivot a single time today. I'm not going to allow a single pivot. So if you come onto my live stream, I will hold you accountable and I will not allow you to pivot. Okay? So if you do want to debate me, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you, love to debate with you, love to have a conversation with you tonight as always. We are looking for some of you people to debate. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you have not already. Repost and live, share the live, do all the wonderful things. There's going to be a poll over on YouTube. Make sure to do it. It's just the same guest. I forgot. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Islam taking over the Western way of life.
Okay, why is that a bad thing?
Have you seen the Muslim countries? The
Do you support
Muslim
Trump?
majority countries?
Do you support Trump?
What?
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay.
To an
Why?
extent. I support what he's doing with immigration. I
Immigration, what
give a
else?
shit less about the Spanish people. I give a shit less about the Hispanic people. I mean, they're mostly Christian anyways, but you have an entire religious group trying to infiltrate and take over certain sections and areas of the United States, including New York City and Dearborn and many other fallen cities similar too.
Sure, you said immigration, religious groups trying to infiltrate the United States. What else? Why else do you support Trump?
He made a huge global headline, "Do not come to America illegally." There's multiple other reasons on why I support Trump. We can talk about his first administration. We can talk about the big beautiful bill. I know that everything isn't beautiful in the big beautiful bill, but there's a lot of big beautiful things.
Anything else?
We can start with that if you wanna keep writing stuff down when we progress.
Cool. You said immigration. You said religious group trying to infiltrate the United States. Global headline not to come into the country illegally. First admin. Big beautiful bill. You made a claim that not everything was beautiful, but you like some things within the big beautiful bill. Start with the middle one. You said global headline not to come illegally. So you support that. So you definitely didn't support him during Biden when he made a global headline that the border was wide open. He was the one screaming at the top of his lungs on every single social media network saying the border was wide open. Come into the country. Come illegally. Biden is a nonsense president. Come to the country. The borders are wide open. He said that time and time again every single day. So we should blame him for the mass migration into America. Yes.
Who let them in?
Donald Trump did, because he's the one who said that the border was wide open. So Donald Trump is the one who incentivized them to come in illegally, according to your point of view.
Are people currently coming to the border trying to get access?
Yes.
Okay, how many are being let in?
I don't know. They've dropped 90%, but you could do the math.
not many have been trying to have been actually.
That's not the point that I was making. The point that I was making is about
what I'm saying
you said a global headline not to come.
The only thing that's changed wasn't policy, right? Donald Trump has no border policies yet. The only thing that's changed is the president and the orders that he's telling the border police and the border patrol. People are still coming to the border and nobody's getting through, or very minimal are getting through. And the only thing that's changed is the president in office, not a policy.
Yeah, I would argue that
Congress didn't have to sign anything.
Right. And that's a bad thing.
Yeah, Congress didn't have to sign anything. Congress didn't have to pass shit. They didn't have to read anything. This is all just from who is in office. So during the Biden administration, when they let all those people in, they didn't have to.
How many did Biden let in?
I think it's like 6 mil, 7 mil.
Less than 4 million. Okay, so you said no border policy. You said that he incentivized Border Patrol to do their job, and then you said Congress didn't have to pass anything. That's the point. That's a bad thing, right? The fact that there was no single border policy, the fact that Congress did not pass anything, is very, very bad. Meaning that this is a short-term solution. In like a couple years, as soon as Donald Trump is out of office, this is going to go back to the same issue that we had before, right? What we want is a long-term solution to immigration. Hold on, let me finish. And I would argue the reason is the president, but it's what he's done. It's what he does, violating constitutional rights and human rights. And I can corroborate this. So yes, we have seen a decrease, 90% in undocumented entry, but we've also seen a decrease in tourism, and we've also seen a decrease in legal migration. Why? Because people are scared to come into this country. Why? Because we are not the country with the best press, or with a free press. Right, we rank 64th on the index scale. Same with humanitarian. We're not top anymore. We're not the top 5, not even the top 10. Why? Because constitutional rights, human rights, and natural rights are being violated by this administration, and people are scared to come into this country via that reason. So I can agree with you, but I think the reason is wrong, and it's
because
very
of
bad.
left propaganda.
And no, it's literally
that's the
true. He's
reason why
violating
they break-
constitutional rights and natural rights and human rights. That's true. That's a fact.
No, the reason why people might be afraid to come to this country, which I'm sure there are some, is probably and likely, and in my opinion, definitely, due to the false propaganda and narrative pushed by the left and the left news stations, and you guys up here on TikTok lives pushing out this false propaganda that it's so bad here in the United States, when in all reality it's not. I mean, how many people were unalived due to ICE? How many people were deported to a wrongful country? How many people were deported?
Hundreds.
How many people were deported?
Hundreds.
How many people were deported that were actually citizens? Barely any, but you guys will push this narrative.
Hundreds
like
of
it's
people were
happening every
illegally
day.
deported, though. That's gonna be
Hundreds out of
false.
how many?
Hundreds out of, I don't know the exact number that has been.
360 million.
360 million people have been deported.
No, 360 million people here in the United States, and you're talking about a couple of hundred, trying to make it seem like it's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Yes, no one should have their constitutional or human rights violated, i.e., Renee Nicole Good, Keith Porter Jr., Alex Preddy, i.e., Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and you also have Mahmoud Khalil. All of these people have had their constitutional rights, human rights, and natural rights violated. Also, we have had our constitutional rights and civil rights violated as well via, I mean, not explicitly, but the Constitution has been violated. He's violated elections. Not elections. He's violated clauses and amendments within the Constitution. He's violated the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth, the 10th, the 14th, possibly the 22nd Amendment, and even maybe the 25th Amendment. He's violated the Elections Clause, the Take Care Clause, the Declare War Clause, the Taxation Clause, the Appropriations Clause, and I can prove all of these beyond a reasonable doubt. And it's not from me, a liberal. It's from Republicans who have admitted to this, by the way.
Name me a single president that hasn't violated the Constitution.
Is that the claim that I made?
No, you're saying that Donald Trump violated the Constitution. Nobody wants to come here because of that, right?
Sure. The difference between, let's say, Biden violating the Constitution via the pardoning, student loan forgivings that he wanted to do, is because as soon as the Supreme Court told him you can't do this, it was not explicitly in the Constitution. The Constitution does not explicitly say you cannot forgive student loans, right? So he didn't know that. There was an explicit law, right? So that's obvious, right? They tried to do it. As soon as the Supreme Court said, hey, you can't do this, Biden said, okay, I'll find a different route. But as soon as the Supreme Court tells Donald Trump something, example, the 14th Amendment explicitly says if you're born here, you're a U.S. citizen, right? So it's either he can't read or he's stupid, one of those two. Right? Donald Trump decided to pass the executive order, and as soon as the Supreme Court said you can't do this, it explicitly says this in the Constitution, per the words in the Constitution and previous SCOTUS rulings. You cannot do this. Donald Trump says, "Fuck you, you're stupid," and literally crashes out on Truth Social and tries to do it anyway. That is a difference. So
Okay, so he
Biden,
tried.
Obama, no president
Did
has
he do
intentionally.
it or
hold
did
on.
he try?
No president has intentionally tried to violate the Constitution as much as Donald Trump has. Not even a Republican president. Okay, not even a Republican president has done this as much as Trump. The reason here is intent, the intention of it, and Donald
Oh.
Trump intentionally does it.
Oh, it's the intention.
Yes. Because
Right.
here, you can make the argument many presidents have violated the Constitution. Biden didn't do it on purpose. Obama didn't. Bush, he was a Republican. He didn't do it. Bush was a Republican, right? I'm sure. Yeah. The point is, no Republican has actually violated, or Democrat has violated the Constitution with intent as much as Donald Trump has.
Not in our lifetime.
Okay. So I'm right? Are you like conceding that point?
Not in our lifetime has a president tried to violate the Constitution, but you also
Sure.
have to understand he's not necessarily a politician. You guys love to say this. Democrats love to say, "Oh, he's not even a politician," and I will
He is a
admit that.
politician. The
Oh,
day that he
really?
won the 2016 election, he is a politician. All you're saying here right now, what you're saying is he has a job he isn't good at, because the job he has is being a politician. And if you're making the claim he isn't a politician and the requirements for the job is being a politician, then he's not good at his job. And that's a dumb point to make. So don't make that point. That makes you look dumb, because he is a politician. You need to be a politician in order to have this job. And he was a politician the moment he got elected in 2016. So that's bullshit. But can you address what I said?
Whether you think he's good at his job or not has nothing to do with the fact that the American people spoke. The majority of the United States population that voted decided they wanted him to be their president, and we won all the swing states. This is democracy in its finest. And if everybody's so scared to live here in the United States, then I don't understand why you're still here and why you're trying to change America into something that's never been and allow all
Because
these
we're trying to
Muslims
change.
in.
We're trying to change America.
Jeez.
We shouldn't have to leave. We could change America, and that's what I'm doing here by talking to you, right? Which hold on. So are you now agreeing that Donald Trump has intentionally violated all these amendments and clauses of
Did
the
he
Constitution?
violate them or did he try to?
He violated them.
And is it because he didn't know, he didn't understand? Maybe he didn't read the 14th Amendment?
No, if he didn't read the 14th Amendment, he's not good at his job then. Because if he's trying to pass an executive order that is violating the 14th Amendment and he doesn't read the 14th Amendment, he's not good at his job, and that's a reason you shouldn't support him.
Let's talk about American history. Somebody just put in the chat that I'm
Hey, why are we
trying to
talking about
change-
American history? We're talking about Trump.
Oh, just really quick. So somebody's just put in the chat that I'm trying to change America. Do you think that you were trying to change America with your beliefs? Do you think that if everything were to go along with your beliefs, you would change America more, or I would, from something that it's never been?
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Do you think that if most of your beliefs got used and incorporated in the United States of America, that it will change more, or if mine?
I mean, you're obviously the MAGA Republican. I don't understand. We would obviously, we have different beliefs. We would see a shift within America if either of us uphold our beliefs to a greater extent and we shift America towards our beliefs. We would see
I'd
a
bring
shift
America
either way.
back to the 60s. The majority of the United States of America was, the majority of the United States of America, only white men had the full rights and could only vote, and women didn't have the rights. And I mean, so like anything better than that is a step in the right direction, correct? So are you trying to change America to something that it's never been?
Right, I'm trying to progress America. You're trying to go back. You probably want to own slaves, don't you?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You know, you've never like fantasized about owning someone?
No.
No, you don't get wet dreams about that. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I think you do, you weirdo.
No, but back in the back in the year 1950.
Hold on. So I want to
90% of the
progress
United States of
America. You want to get people's right to vote away, right? I want to progress America.
I don't want to take
Equality
away
for all.
people's right to vote. I mean,
You literally said that.
maybe
You
13.
verbatimly said that. I want to progress America,
19.
equality for all, and you want to go to prioritizing white males. Got it. I can see why you support Trump. I can definitely see why you support Trump.
That's not what I said.
That's
But
exactly
in the year
what you said.
1950, 90% of the United States population was Christian. I think that's something that would be awesome to go back to. I think that between technology, now we have a bunch of weak, little, fragile, testosterone lacking men. And if
You're a weak, fragile man, right? You're scared of other religions.
You can say
the first point you made, religious groups trying to infiltrate the United States. Wouldn't that include Christianity? America is not a Christian country. First off, America is not a Christian country. Second off, you are such a snowflake, and you are such a weak man that you are scared of religion.
The majority of our presidents, Congress, Senate, and population and voters have always been Christian. How can you sit up here and say that America is not a Christian nation?
Because
when the majority of our laws,
America
rules,
implements what is called a separation between church and state. Okay.
Yes,
America is not a Christian nation.
Laws, rules, and regulations have been put forth by Christian
America
presidents,
is not itself a Christian
Congress,
nation.
Senate, and population.
America itself is not a Christian nation. I think if you want to make the claim that all these other religious groups are harmful, you're also going to have to say Christianity is harmful, including all the other religious groups. But obviously, you're a weak snowflake, and you won't be able to say that. You're a white supremacist. That's also.
I'm not coming at you at all. You called me a number.
Oh, I think anyone who interacts with you should be humiliating you and coming at you because you are a white supremacist who you want to take people's right away to vote. Right? You don't want women to have the right to vote. You don't want people of color to have the right to vote. Right? I think you should be humiliated and laughed at.
I didn't say that. All I did was tell you the history of the United States of America. I didn't
And
say
you
that I
said you
didn't
wanted
want.
to go back to that period of time.
Yeah, based upon what did I say, that we were 90%
So yes,
Christian.
you don't want women to vote or people of color to vote.
Did
So
I
you did
say
say
that? No,
Yes, when
no,
you're saying you want to
no.
go back to these time periods,
You automatically
you are
assume the
saying
worst
that.
parts.
Are you you literally, hold on, when you mentioned 1960s, you literally right after said women did not have the right to vote. You said that yourself.
And then I said, is anything better than that a step in the right direction? And we both agreed, yes, that we have progressed. But I was happy when 1950 we were 90% Christian, because I'm going to say it again, the majority of our presidents,
I don't even
Congress.
think you know history, by the way.
Can I
but-
finish this? Yeah, well, look it up. 1950, 90% population of Christian people here in the United States of America. Majority of our presidents, the majority of our
When were
Congress.
women given the right
Can
to
I
vote?
finish this sentence? Can you
Well,
listen?
when were
please?
women
Just
given the
listen.
right to vote?
I think like 1930 something.
1919.
Anyways, the majority of our presidents, the majority of our Congress, the majority of our Senate, the majority of our population, the majority of our voters have always been Christian. They voted upon Christian beliefs. The reason why we have the rules, laws, and regulations that we do is because of Christian voters. This is
So
what
Christians
I'm
are
saying.
okay with child
Yes,
marriage,
we've
right?
always been a majority Christian nation.
So
Even
then
if you don't want to call it
Christians are okay with child
Christian
marriage then, right?
nation. No, not all.
Right, child marriage is legal in the United States of America, and America is a Christian nation.
Federally?
No, state by state. But you're saying, but
Okay,
the
so
states
what are
are
you
controlled.
talking
But the
about?
states are
That's like
controlled.
saying that
by,
abortion is banned
but-
all over the United
hold
States.
on, but you literally said Congress, which is made up of the House of Representatives and the Senate. 90% of them were white Christians, right? That's what you said. The House and the Senate. Who it makes the House and the Senate? The states do. The states have representatives, and they have senators, right? So when we're talking about state legislators, we can also reference House and the Senate, which is what you referred to. So yes, within what you are saying, Christians in Christianity, the Christian belief is okay with child marriage because 90% of the Congress, i.e., state legislators, have been white Christians, and these states have child marriage.
How many states?
I don't know
Out of
exactly
our
what,
50.
like a little more than half, maybe. How many
More than
states?
half? I think it's like
allow-
19.
It could be wrong in that child marriage. I think it could be right. Oh no, 33 states. I was right. 33 states.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But it's
Yeah.
only with parental consent. So like this
That's
has
still
to be, like,
child
a
marriage. What?
certain-
And they're still
like, this isn't-
Christians.
This isn't a
My
common
point still
thing to happen.
stands. My point still stands. They're still Christians, and it's still child marriage.
It's not a common thing that happens.
Okay, just because you don't see pedophiles marrying children doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
I hope it doesn't happen as often as you probably think that it does. But
Sure, it
also,
doesn't disprove my point. Well, I wish it wasn't legal, right? It doesn't disprove my point that it is legal. You made the claim that Congress was made up of 90% white Christians. Therefore, and you said laws were made on the basis of Christianity. This is a Christian nation, and more than half of our states, child marriage is legal. Therefore, in the Christian perspective, and therefore Christians support child marriage. Unless you want to say this isn't a Christian nation, unless you want to say Christians don't support that, you would have to say this isn't a Christian nation.
this is a Christian nation.
So then Christians support child marriage. Then yes,
Some do, I'm sure.
like a majority of them, because you said 90% have been in Congress were Christian, right? And these laws were passed by Congress.
If you look at the majority of the states, if you look at the majority of the states that allow it, you look at the majority of our Christian nation, yes. But like you also have to understand that things take
So
a
then
lot
Christians
of time.
are
to
okay
mature.
with child marriage.
Not all.
A majority of them, based on the statistics that you provided. This is not the hill you want to die on. I say just concede this isn't a Christian nation because we have a separation of church and state. We can have whatever religion or not.
This
have
is a
religion.
majority Christian nation. We're 62%
Yeah. What percentage of this
Christian right
population?
now.
What percentage of this population is Christian?
62%.
What's your source?
Just
And then
go
when
on.
was that? When was that percentage taken?
2025.
What's your source for that?
Just Google it. You'll find the same percent. 62,
Just Google it. I'll
63.
find it. Okay, sure.
62, 63. Use any source you want. I don't care.
Let's see. Well, the first thing I see from Pew Research Center: decline of Christianity in the U.S. has slowed. Okay, so there was a decline. I'll do accept all cookies.
To 62.
Okay, yeah, you're right. 62, 63. That's in the 2025. Sure. Okay. Okay, sure. 62%. So then you are just gonna die on the hill that this is a Christian nation.
It's always been majority Christian. Literally,
A majority of people,
ChatGPT it,
a
bro.
majority of people living in a country doesn't make that doesn't make that country what it like what those
Majority of
people
the
live in there.
voters voted upon their Christian beliefs. The majority of Christians always put Jesus first in their life. So yes, if you chat GPT or Grok it, I don't care what AI you use, look up,
wasn't using an AI.
was the United States of America always majority Christian?
Did I deny that it was a majority Christian? I'm denying that it's a Christian country because we have the choice to have a religion or not have a religion at all. Do you think would you classify America as like a white Christian country? Do you want to like it be solely a white Christian country? Is that something you want?
No.
No. Is
I don't know
America
why
isn't
you
a white
why
America-
I don't know why you
America
Democrats
isn't- hold on,
always try to
hold
push that like we're
hold on.
like racist.
Hold on, America.
misogynistic.
Hold on. Is America a white Christian nation? Yes or no?
A majority white, majority Christian nation, yes.
So America's a white Christian nation.
Correct.
Why is host pivoting so hard? Pivot? Hello? Wow. Okay, so continue with what you were saying because you were making the claim about something. Continue.
Yes, it's always been a majority white, majority Christian country.
Okay,
not
so
land.
so you're just saying the majority of these people hold horrible beliefs like child marriage then. Yes.
I guess so. So, but you also have
Crazy
to look
hill
and
to die on, by the
understand
way.
that, like before technology and before the entire world got on the same exact understanding and beliefs. I mean, like we can look at child marriages in Mexico. We can look at child
We're talking
marriages
about America.
in
Why would we
Iran.
reference Mexico?
We can look at child
We're
marriages
talking about
across the world.
America.
Listen, the problem that I have with Muslim or for Islam is that people will literally bring their 2 or 3 or 6 child wives here
Okay.
and
There's
claim
child
that they're
marriage
the
legal here
children.
too. There's child
No, we're
child marriage
talking
is
about
legal here.
6-year-olds because their Prophet Muhammad said that it's okay.
Actually, no. That's going to be the extremist interpretation. There's also extremist interpretation via Christianity, like people can own slaves so long as they recover after a day or two. I'm sure you don't uphold that belief. Do you think Christians?
But Leviticus or
hold on.
Exodus?
Yeah. Do you Leviticus? Do you think that people can own slaves so long as they recover after a day or two? Do you hold that belief?
No, it's Old Testament.
Put perfectly. So just some people hold extremist beliefs within Christianity, within Judaism, within Islam, within Hindu, any religion that you want to think of. They're going to hold these extremist beliefs. But that's also not the majority. A and B. People typically hold like normal beliefs, like no, people can't own people as slaves, and no, child marriage shouldn't be legal. Some people hold the interpretation that time was or years were counted differently than they are today. So while it might say 6, it was actually 1920. I don't know the exact year. I haven't like done like a whole deep dive into Islam, but people, not everyone holds these extremist beliefs, and we can also point to extremist beliefs within Christianity, and like I said, within any other religion. Okay, just because there are extreme views within a religion doesn't mean that that religion is bad. Okay, we should criticize the extremists within the religion, the extremist
Islam-
Muslims, the extremist Christians,
Both
et cetera, et
Islam
cetera.
and Judaism. Both Islam and Judaism both use Leviticus and the Old Testament as part of their teachings. So all three religions have those people inside of them that believe that slavery is okay.
Okay, some
Islam is
Christians
the
hold
Islam is the
uphold
only
to, the
one
Old
that
Testament
thinks it's
too.
okay to marry a 6-year-old.
Hold on, that's not true. Like again, that's the extremist interpretation. But some Christians uphold to the Old Testament. Some non-denominational or Protestants, evangelical Christians, they uphold to sola scriptura, which means that the Bible is the main authority or one of the main authorities, and they uphold to the Old Testament and the New Testament, and they uphold the Scripture. But they're still not going to uphold or think that it's okay to have a slave, right? Because obviously that's an extremist perspective. So that's gonna be wrong. So not every single Christian denies or doesn't follow the Old Testament In fact, most do. Most denominations of Christianity do, and I can actually name you it. I can give you the exact ones. I know evangelical Christians, I think Protestants and non-denominationals, and a couple of other denominations of Christianity uphold the Old Testament. So that's just like a shitty argument.
Non-denominational isn't a specific type of Christianity per se. There's tons of different churches that can be considered non-denominational. Like you can have a triple K church that's non-denominational, and you can also have a LGBTQ church that's non-denominational. Anyway, so you're not Christian. I'm taking it. You're not Christian.
I am a Christian. Yes, I am.
Okay.
It says non-denominational evangelical. Baptists too. They uphold sola scriptura, which means that they uphold the Old Testament and the New Testament. Well, yeah. Continue with the point you were making?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just very obvious that the reason why we're such a great country is because we are Christian. If you look at all the other great countries around the globe, the majority of them are Christian. If you take the top 10 nations in the world and you check to see if the majority of their population is Christian, chances are that it will be. If you look at the majority of Europe, they're Christian. I mean, I truthfully think that is the reason
So
why
Christian
we're so great. Why
is
can I never finish?
because the point that you're making makes no sense. I never denied this point that Christian is a pretty big religion. Did I ever deny that? No.
No,
The point that
I
we're trying to
was
talk
saying
about,
is that we have the best countries.
not because there's Christians within the countries. No, not because their majority people within the country are Christian. No, that's not the reason why. Right? If that's so, right? If this country was built on Christian values, it was slavery, right? There was inequality, racism, right? Homophobia, transphobia, all the phobias and isms. Right? People were being discriminated left and right, and even now they still are being discriminated. They still are. Right? So if you want to make the argument that we're a great nation, no, we're not. We're not a good nation. We're not a good nation. There
I
is
think
still
that we're the
discrimination.
best.
There's still discrimination within institutions. Okay, so we're not a great nation, and we never have been. Until everyone is treated equally, we will not be a good nation.
I think we're the best nation.
On what metric?
Who isn't treated equally?
People are discriminated based on their race, gender, sexual orientation.
The only
Et
people
cetera, et
that
cetera.
aren't discriminated in this country are Muslims.
No, minorities are oppressed. I can give you multiple other studies too. We can cite the pink tax. That feminine products are more expensive than masculine products, even though they're the same. We can talk about the veil of darkness statistics that prove that like people of color are like racially discriminated by the institutions, i.e., police forces. This was like 90 million people over a decade, over 36 municipals, and this just proves the same with a couple different studies, right? People are oppressed within this country, right? So if you want to make the claim that we're a great country, we're not. People are oppressed. They always have been.
And they always will be. I mean, we're truthfully never going to move on from that. Not just here in America, but in any country. There's always going to be people that are treated differently, like we're talking about.
Hello, you cut out. Hello?
You connected to my speaker. But no, so you throw a bunch of white Christian guys that have old school Republican beliefs inside of police cars. Yeah, you're gonna have some people that are discriminated against. But like, this isn't the only country that we have the issue, and I would argue that there is no country that nobody gets discriminated against. Even in Canada, people are getting discriminated against. Name me a single country that doesn't happen. Yes, we should try to move away from it, but that's not really what I was trying to get to here. What I was trying to show you is that Islam countries, Islam people, and Islam beliefs, I'm not saying that all of them are bad. I'm sure that there's some great, lovely people that uphold the Muslim faith or the Islam faith. But the problem is that they're coming here and they want to change America, and that for some reason the Democratic Party won't acknowledge it because it has something to do with Republicans, and Republicans are the ones warning them. This is actually a problem that we should all be looking for. This shouldn't be a political problem at all. I would like to sit down and just have a conversation about this with people of any political affiliation, because really this has nothing to do with policy or with who's our president. It's just a problem that we're experiencing, not just in the United States, but across the globe.
Yeah, I don't think the rise in Islam is a bad thing. A, B, I agree with you. I think there should be a separation between church and state. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, any of these religions should not be involved within our government. There should be a separation between church and state, including Christianity, including Islam, including whatever other religion that you want to think of. They should not be involved in our government. Okay, and it's people can have whatever religion they choose to or not have a religion. You made the claim that we can't ever have equality. Yes, we can. Right? I mean, we can work towards equality. Right? We can work towards reparations.
Somebody's gonna always feel as if they're oppressed.
We can work towards reparations in reference to like funding. For example, like black kids, they get way less funding in public schools compared to white kids. Okay, yeah, reparations. We start with that.
They're
Right?
based off of
Social safety nets, et cetera, et cetera. Like all these different things that we can work towards reaching the ultimate goal, which is like equality for all.
funding off of school districts is based off the property value. So yeah, if you're in a low income neighborhood, I'm sure there's low income white neighborhoods or majority white, I should say, majority white neighborhoods that get small amounts of funding as well, because like the only thing there is like you can actually use my hometown for this. Look up how much funding that Preston in Damascus, Pennsylvania, the school district gets, and it's definitely a majority white school district. But the problem is there's a bunch of people in trailer parks that live around it, and obviously they're not getting. And no, that's not where I live. For all the people in the fucking comments, they're probably going crazy right now. No, but that's right down the road. I mean, it's probably less than 30 minutes away. But it's not just black neighborhoods that are getting small amounts of funding in their schools.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the statistics show that black kids are underrepresented. Underrepresented. They get less funding. I can agree with you. Sure. There are some communities that get less funding. But the point is here, it's according to the statistics, it's black people that are black kids that are underrepresented, yeah. So that's going to be the point there. I think that every single kid should have the same equal opportunity. That's why we shouldn't dismantle the Department of Education. In fact, we should have made it better, right? So that these kids have the same opportunity. And then all these in any community across any state, right? Doesn't matter who you are. You as a kid should have an opportunity to get equal education as everyone else, right? So I think that's an issue, right? And I think that's a way that we can work towards having equality. Right?
I agree
It's a
with
very
you
step
there.
small. It's a very small step there. But the point that you came on here saying that like Islam is bad, we shouldn't let is religious groups trying to infiltrate the United States. Well, guess what? That's what the Constitution says, right? If you want to amend the Constitution, to get a 2/3 majority in Congress and amend it, right? But that's the nice thing about America, right? That's the nice thing that sure we have some rights, right? Like freedom of religion, right? That's a good thing, right? People can choose to have a religion or not have one, right? But we're obviously seeing other rights being eroded, which is not a good thing, right? And you're over here advocating that like religious groups are trying to infiltrate America. They're the big boogeyman. This is a bad thing, right? That's just like further eroding our rights to like the First Amendment, which is like freedom of religion.
I really suggest. I think that it's just because I have this algorithm in my phone. I highly suggest looking into what's going on in other countries if you haven't seen it already. When it comes to United Kingdom, when it comes to London, when it comes to Germany, when it comes to pretty much every majority white, majority Christian country across the globe is having a problem with Islam right now. And I'm telling you right now, it's not just the right leaning people. It's not just the Republican side that see this as an issue. Some of these countries have gotten so bad that there's people from both parties that advocate for halting the immigration process on these Islam countries. If you look at
But they don't have a
Somalia,
problem with it. But they don't have a problem with Islam. You're just saying that there's more Muslims going into Europe. Okay, that's not a
no,
problem.
they form. This is a proven fact. I'm not just saying some hateful shit. They form grape gangs. They try to humiliate and beat and batter and assault women,
Consider
children.
Christians. There are extremists
Where-
within both sides.
Okay,
You're
okay.
saying-
So
you're denying that?
So
Hold on, I can pull up many examples.
find me one Islam majority country that there's Christian extremist groups going around raping, beating, battering, assaulting kids, wives, kidnapping people, and doing malicious acts, and I will concede that it's just a religious issue.
So you have a lot of different. I mean, if you just literally search up Christian terrorism, you can find a lot of Christian extremist
Africa?
groups. You can find a lot of Christian extremist organizations with radical
Like the
interpretations of
Crusaders from
with,
Jake Lang?
with radical interpretations of Christianity. But the point is here, these are radical interpretations of Christianity. I'm not denying that within Islam, within Christianity, within Judaism, there's going to be extremists. Okay, but these extremists with a really loud voice does not make up the majority. Okay, a majority of people, Christians, don't think that it's okay to own people as slaves. Just as a majority of Muslims don't think it's okay to marry a 6-year-old. Okay, just because a small amount of people, radical people from a certain religion is very loud, doesn't mean that they're a majority. Okay, I'm not denying that Muslims commit crimes, and you can't deny that Christians commit violent crimes. Christians
Can we
commit
both
hate
agree? I
crimes.
mean, over 60% of all terrorist attacks happen from Islam. Can both you and I agree? Can both you and I agree that the Islam religion as a whole is more aggressive and extremist than
No,
most Christian?
no.
Really?
Yeah. Christianity and Islam are equally aggressive on the radical side and the extremist side. Equally aggressive.
No, I'm talking about the majority of the people that uphold it, the views.
And the majority of people are not going to be holding the extremist perspectives. So I don't care about the majority of people. We're talking about the extremists.
Yeah, but I'm saying
You're
there's
talking
more
about terror
extremist
attacks, and also
Muslims.
if you take a look at terror attacks, the most prominent one that people like to bring up, like 9/11, right? Terror attacks, any of these, sure, these people could have been from a certain religion, but if you take a look at it and you take a look at the history of it, well, it's because they don't like America, because of American intervention. Am I trying to justify these terror attacks? Absolutely not. But if you take a look at it, it isn't because of their religion, it's because they don't like America because of American interventionism.
It's written in Iran's constitution and Pakistan's constitution, if I'm not mistaken, death to America.
Sure. I don't think it's written in Pakistan's constitution, but I think I might have heard something along those lines from the Iranian constitution, something that they were trying to pass laws to unalive the U.S. president, something along those lines. I did hear that somewhere. I'm not sure if that's confirmed, so don't take my word for it. But let's just say I grant you this. Okay, that doesn't disprove my point that it's all of these things that happen is because of American interventionism. You take a look at prior to American interventionism, these places were thriving. And then after, we have these endless wars in the Middle East, i.e. the one that Donald Trump just got us into. Because that doesn't disprove my point.
You really think that's not going to end? You want to make a bet on it, that this war's not going to end?
Is this war going to end? I mean, we just struck Iran last night, and they struck us back.
When do you think it's going to end?
It's really difficult to predict.
Just give me a time
Months.
frame. Less than 10 years, more than 10 years.
I would argue probably less than 10 years.
I think it's going to last less than a year.
Okay, sure.
What do you
What does that
think?
event? What does that disprove? Why? How does that disprove what I said?
No, the only reason I'm asking is because I think it's going to last less than a year. You want to call it an endless war. Is an endless war less than a year? If you think that's going to be more than a year, then I can keep this recording, and then when the war ends, then I can come back up and I can collect
point of me saying
whatever dollar denomination that we decide. Let's say we put $100 on if this war is going to be an endless war, if it's going to end in a year.
The point of me saying this endless war and comparing it to other wars is that we shouldn't be involved within this war, right? There is no justification to be involved in this war with Iran. When I say endless war, that is what I mean. This endless, useless war that has no benefit to anyone and harms everyone. Right? When we refer to Iraq, Afghanistan, any of these other quote unquote endless wars that happen, right? That's what we're referring to. They shouldn't have happened, right? There was no reason and no justification for them to happen. So it could last. It could last as long as it does. It's still going to be an endless, useless war that should not have happened, and there was no justification for it.
I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here. Do you think that freedom of speech is a God-given human right?
A God-given human right?
Do you think that it's a basic human right
Is freedom of speech a basic human right?
worth fighting for?
Sure.
Okay. Do you think that women's rights are basic human rights?
Sure.
Do you think that freedom is a basic human right?
Freedom? Sure.
Okay. So, why is it worth upholding and fighting for here on the United States soil? But the second that we go to Iran and try to help the protesters that are getting unalived from the government, try to help the women's rights, try to help their freedom of speech, why is it a bad thing?
It's a bad thing because American interventionism never ends well. The reason why the Ayatollah is in power is because in 1953 we overthrew their democratically elected leader, which led to a civil war within the region, which then led to the Ayatollah being in power in 1978. That's just a repeat in history. But if you're arguing that people not having basic rights, that means we would have to invade every country that isn't allowed basic human rights. Right? Should we invade North Korea?
Yes.
We should invade North Korea.
Yes, with the help of South.
Yo, buddy. Yo, invading North Korea. What a crazy take. Why should we invade North Korea? What are going to be the benefits? Nuclear war?
No, we should hit them first.
And what, they're going to hit us back with nukes?
No,
and then China and Russia and the whole world. Okay, we hit them. We hit them with nukes.
No, we hit their nukes.
Okay, we hit their nukes. That's your only plan? We just hit their nukes?
That's how it started.
Okay, we start a nuclear war by striking North Korea.
No, you take their nukes out like we took out the nuclear plants in Iran.
The difference is Iran didn't have nukes. North Korea has nukes.
Iran was working on them. They had.
I think that the difference is they didn't have them.
They had 60%, 60% plutonium.
Uranium? You need 90%.
Uranium.
But the difference here is
you said
North Korea has nukes. Iran
you said
does
they have
not
90,
have
or you
nukes.
need 90.
You need 90% enriched uranium in order to continue with the process of nuclear weapons or the building of nuclear weapons. But
Right,
listen,
and-
the difference, North Korea nukes, which is not a good thing. I'm just saying this is for yes. Iran does not have nukes. That is a difference. Okay?
Iran was working on getting nukes. What is the only reason for having more than 30% enriched uranium?
Because Donald Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA and greenlit Iran to build nuclear bombs. That's why.
Do you think that he did it on purpose?
Oh, no, I think he's just stupid. I don't think it was like a master plan behind it. No.
Okay, so he's like, oh, let's just tell these people they can do whatever they want when it comes to.
Because it was under Obama's name. It was under Obama. He didn't like it. He does not like Obama, and I can give you a corroborating evidence. The Obamacare, right? He wanted to dismantle Obamacare. He didn't even have a plan for it, right? Just as
Obama
he
was also
dismantled,
stupid as fuck.
he dismantled the JCPOA, and he didn't replace it with anything. It's because it had Obama's name, and Obama was like the devil. The GOP depicted Obama as like the second devil. He's a devil. And Donald Trump, as soon as he came into office, he's like, Obamacare bad, JCPOA bad. So then he greenlit Iran to build nuclear weapons after taking us out of the JCPOA, and he also greenlit deaths by like trying to dismantle the Obamacare, right? So like, why do you support Trump even though he greenlit Iran into building nuclear bombs?
I think he did it for a reason. So once
What's
they
the
started,
reason?
we have a reason to attack them. So obviously, the second they
what's the reason?
started enriching uranium to the point where they were getting close to potentially having nuclear power, that was when we were like, oh yeah, maybe you shouldn't have nukes. No, the whole entire plan was to use it as an excuse to attack them.
Okay, so you're saying Donald Trump withdrew from the JCPOA to allow what if Donald Trump didn't win in 2024? What then? Iran would have had nukes and what? What was his master plan?
I mean,
Like,
according
how
to
did he
you,
know he was going
according
to
to
win
you,
another election?
you probably think that it would be fine for them to have nukes.
So what was his like? How did he know that he was going to win like another election? Right? I don't think Donald Trump is smart enough for this. You can't give any evidence that he did that for that reason. A and B. If you're saying he took us out of the JCPOA and greenlit Iran to building nuclear weapons, so that then we could strike them, very very bad. Because again, we're striking them because they're attempting to build nuclear weapons, but the JCPOA prevented Iran from building nuclear weapons, so we could have prevented 250 children from dying, 13 service members from dying, and this war spilling over into a bigger regional mess if he didn't take us out of the JCPOA. So A, he's stupid, right? And he took it out for no good reason. Or B, he's stupid and took it out for a good reason, but that reason's stupid.
What do you mean?
So either way, he's stupid.
How did he know he was going to win the next election? What do you mean? He thought he won the election when Biden won. He
took us out of the JCPOA in 2018.
He was so
The
sure.
JCPOA was dismantled in 2018, so that has
Right.
nothing to do with it.
Right. And then he lost in 2020, refused to believe it because he was so sure of himself that he was going to win that election.
Okay, so in 2018, even though like there was no like reason for him to run again, right? I mean, he said he wasn't going to run until Biden said he was going to run. It's a whole mess. They both said they were going to run because of each other. So you're saying in 2018, 2 years before the election in 2020, he decided, okay, I'm going to win and be the 46th president in 2 years. Let me dismantle the JCPOA, allow them to build nuclear bombs, and then I'll strike them again in 2021 as soon as I'm president again. You're saying Trump is that smart? And if you think that's smart, that's dumb. Why would he greenlit the nukes to be built just to strike them to prevent them from being built? That's stupid.
Because of Israel.
Okay, Israel. You're saying he's a puppet for Israel.
I'm saying he works close with Israel. I'm not saying he's a puppet
Okay,
for
we shouldn't
Israel.
be allies with Israel.
Israel isn't telling us what to do. They're asking us.
Okay, you're saying he's pro Israel first, not America first?
No, I said that Israel's asking him to help because
he
they were
didn't.
going to get obliterated and destroyed, and so that way they didn't have to use their nukes.
Hold on,
We
we're
got
talking no. Hold on,
involved.
we're talking about the JCPOA and why he withdrew from the JCPOA. You said because he was going to win the election, so we could like start bombing again, and then you said Israel. You said Israel told Trump to withdraw from the JCPOA, and then like they were going to win, and then whatever they're going to strike again, whatever, blah blah blah. Well, that would be like even in this scenario, both scenarios it would be pro-Israel first, not pro-America, because 13 service members have died. Israel's committing a genocide, by the way. Right? It doesn't seem very
Not a
pro-America.
genocide. Now, are you planning on running for office or something? Why are you still into politics?
Yeah. I mean, eventually, but what does that have anything to do?
I'm running for office. That's the reason why I was asking.
What are you running for?
First, I'm running for mayor, 2 years in Pennsylvania.
This cycle?
Why?
When? When are you running?
It's gonna be like 2028 is when I'm gonna launch my campaign.
For mayor of what city?
I'm not telling you which city I'm running
Oh,
for
bro,
mayor in.
GG, yeah.
It's
Your
an-
career as a politician has not even started and it's already over. In 2028, this is going to be a progressive country. Good game.
If you
That's
think
a
so.
nice
I live
round.
I live in a red area and I live in a small town. I know
That red area is
everybody.
going to turn blue. It's already
I live in
wrapped.
a town of 5,000 people.
Yeah.
You can say that and you can think that. I don't think that every single small town across America is going to turn blue overnight.
Yeah, no
over the
GGs.
next couple of years. I also have the most funded campaign in my small town under 5,000 population. I have the most funded campaign in history. I have 10,000 from Turning Point, another 3,000 from Jake Lang because he actually grew up where I am.
Hopefully you don't win that election because you hate Muslims. You hate people of color and you hate women. Is that the same person who said women should not have the right to vote? Chat, remind me. Type a 1 in the chat if that's the same person, by the way. Whoa. Yo, as soon as he runs for office as mayor in 2028, I'm dropping an ad. I'm going to clip this and I'm going to drop an ad. I'm going to save it into one of my folders, entitle it 2028. And I'm going to drop it. I'm going to schedule it for 2028. I'm going to drop an ad. Moving on to the next guys. If you're ever on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Go vote in the polls. If you guys want to support me, we have a grifter goal of. I have a lot of you're muffled and you're a child. If you guys want to support me, we have a grifter goal of $15. Link tree in the bio. You can find my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, as well as buy me a coffee. Right? If 15 people send $1, we would be able to reach that goal. But on the meantime, if you guys support Trump, join up in the guest box. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna drop that ad as soon as he runs for office. I'm gonna say this man doesn't want women to have the right to vote. He doesn't like people to have religion. He doesn't like women. He doesn't like people of color. Thank you for the corgi. I appreciate you so much, Izzy. Moving on to Joe. W Grift, by the way, chat.
What's up, Jeremiah?
How's it going? How old are you?
I'm 24. Did you get a haircut?
Who are you?
Your haircut looks like shit, bro.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a haircut recently.
Oh, then your hair just always looks like shit. Yeah, you know exactly who I am. I cook you in a debate every single bloody time I'm up here.
What have we debated? Hold on, pause. What have we debated on?
Everything, you name it.
Name me one
Joe
thing that you
Biden,
cooked
Joe
on.
Biden, Kamala Harris, trans. We've debated abortion. We've debated almost everything.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
And you keep losing, or you kick me and then you run.
Oh no, wait, pause. We have some news. It looks like Russia, a drone hit an apartment building in Romania. And they're saying that it's coming from Russia. Preliminary reports indicate that a drone attack on an apartment building
Yeah,
in
you remember
Romania.
me. You kicked me off Jen's panel, remember?
Shh. I'm going through some breaking news. This happened like I
You
think
have
half
20
an hour
people
ago.
in your life. Nobody cares, bro.
Yeah, I have 20 people over here and like what? I don't want to misquote because then YouTube chat is gonna flame me because they're mainly Trump supporters, and then 20 people over on YouTube. So shut up, buddy.
That's
More
40.
viewers, more viewers than you. At least I don't have to like hop off from live to live. But the news that we have right now,
Man said,
preliminary reports indicate that a drone struck an apartment building in Romania early Friday. If you don't shut up, I'm gonna have to kick you. Shut the fuck up, dude. 30 seconds. That's all it takes.
all right, go. I'm counting.
Holy fuck. Preliminary reports indicate that a drone struck an apartment building in Romania early Friday morning, sparking an explosion and fire that injured multiple people and triggered a massive emergency response. Initial reports suggest that the drone may have been Russian, though authorities have not officially yet confirmed its origin. It occurred around 2 a.m. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's not confirmed that it's Russian, but they are saying that 2 people were injured.
All right, 30 seconds is up, brother.
2 people were injured. And then 1 person had a very serious injury. If this is a Russian drone, Romania is part of NATO. Romania is part of NATO. An attack on one is an attack on all. If it is a Russian drone, I'm not sure if they would invoke Article 5.
If it's a
Because that would
drone,
escalate things.
well, if it's a
That would
drone,
escalate
it could
things.
fly between your teeth and still miss.
That's great. Why do you support Trump? Take it away. You were so impatient. Take it away.
Yeah, I support Trump because he's the greatest president in the world. He
Man,
also
what's your argument for that?
He believes in.
What's your argument for that? No, we're not gonna pivot. You
Yeah,
said
I'm
he's the greatest
telling you
president
my
in the world.
argument. If you're gonna cut me off like you always do, but he believes in his transgender ideology.
He believes in transgender ideology.
He sure does.
Bro, you're stupid.
How am I stupid?
I can see why I kick you off every single time.
Why don't you refute the comment? Why don't you refute it instead of trying to say you're stupid? Because you're clueless. You're nonsensical talking.
Sure.
About
What's your argument that he's like pro trans people? What's your argument? Go ahead.
He supports the trans community. I'm not
What's
sure.
your argument? That's a circular argument. You're saying he's pro trans because he's like pro trans. That's circular. So can you give me your argument?
Well,
why
if
he's
you're,
like
up here, if
pro-trans?
you're up here talking about Trump, you should know things that he said and
Yeah,
done.
that's a burden shift. That's a
But
burden shift. That's
okay,
a burden
no,
shift.
it's
Yeah,
not a burden
can you
shift.
justify
If
your
it's a
argument?
burden- Okay,
Justify your argument?
Yeah, I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
go
but
ahead.
you keep
Yeah, go ahead.
talking. Keep your mouth closed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, it's not a burden shift.
Good boy. Good boy. Good talk. Go ahead.
No, my Lord, have
Justify
mercy.
it. Justify it. Go ahead.
You're really missing that cock in your mouth, aren't you?
Yeah, you really fantasize about gay sex, don't you?
How am I fantasizing? You brought
We're
that up.
literally thinking of me
You
having a
think, you
cock in
think
my
you're shooting
mouth.
shots, but you're missing every single one of them. So I don't give a damn what you're saying.
I
You're
didn't
missing
miss
it
my
at the
shot
gap
when
between
I
your teeth.
I didn't miss
Go
my
ahead, give
shot
us
when
a
I
smile.
asked your
Give us a
mom
smile.
out.
Smile with your teeth on camera. Let's go.
Can you
let's
justify your argument?
Smile with your teeth on camera.
Can you just just see you crashing out?
Smile with your teeth on camera.
Do you want to justify your argument?
Yeah, I'm trying to justify my argument. You took it over me, so then you change the topic.
Well, go ahead.
Because you
Talk.
know nothing about it. Yeah, so Trump, in his presidency, he went ahead, and at first he wasn't, because he didn't know much about the transgender ideology. But if you actually read in the AP News, he actually educated himself about transgenderism, and he actually went ahead and silently approved the transgender ideology.
Okay, what's your argument for that? What's your evidence? Go ahead.
What's my argument in the AP News? I just told you.
Evidence. What's your evidence? Source that he silently accepted
Yeah, go on.
trans
AP
ideology.
News,
What's the title?
Go ahead,
Title?
type in on Google
Title?
AP News.
AP News.
Yeah, and then type in Trump transgender. That's all you need to type in. And
Trump
it'll- yeah.
transgender. Is that the title?
It's not the title, but it'll show up.
So what's the title of the source?
It's the first thing that pops up from AP News on Google.
Trump administration ends agreement to protect trans students in several schools per AP News.
Yeah.
What?
So read into that. Trump
I'm not
went
gonna
ahead-
read into this bullshit source,
Exactly,
bro. That
because
proves
you
you
don't
wrong.
want to educate yourself. You don't want to educate
Okay,
yourself.
you want me to read this, right? You want me to read this?
Yeah. Yes.
You pay me $10 and I'll read it because that's
Oh, you're so,
my time's worth money.
lame. You're so lame, bro. You don't want to educate yourself.
$10 and I'll read it.
Anytime somebody brings up something good about Trump, you're just like, oh, that's not
$10 and I'll read it.
You're a grifter, bro.
Yeah, I am a grifter. I am.
Yeah. So you only want money because you're uneducated.
Yeah, I don't.
Like said.
I only want money. Yep, $10. Go ahead. You want me to read it? $10.
Yeah, you want me to go ahead and say you $10, send me it first, I'll send it right back.
What?
Send me the $10, I'll send it right back to you.
No, you're fucking stupid. No,
How am I stupid? If you want the $10, send it to me and I'll send it right back.
no,
that was a
$10
stupid-
out of your wallet, buddy.
It will come out of my wallet. Once you send it to me, I'll send it right back.
It's not
Fuck.
good. Nothing's coming out of my wallet. It's coming out of yours.
Clearly, it is coming out your wallet.
You're stupid.
I'm the stupid one, says the one that can't even make sense of sending $10. You're so dumb, bro. Like, literally, how stupid can you be?
Yeah, crash out.
Is this what you
Ad
do?
homs, ad homs.
Is this-
Yeah, ad homs. Ad
Oh,
homs.
now I'm crashing out.
Yep, ad homs, crash out.
You're the
Go
one that
ahead.
could be stupid first.
No, prove it.
You're lame, bro.
Yeah, prove
You
it.
could be stupid
Oh, ad
first.
homs.
Now I'm crashing out.
Another ad
You're
hom.
ad
Also,
homs.
saying
Yep.
lame is ableist. So don't say that here.
You said lame. I didn't say it. I said stupid.
You literally said it.
I didn't. Go replay the clip. I did not say lame.
Do you want to bet money?
Replay it right now. And if I said lame, I'll send $100. Hurry up. Go.
That easy money.
Send it to me and I'll send it right back.
No,
That was a
$10
stupid-
out of your wallet, buddy.
It will come out my wallet. Clearly, it is coming out your wallet. I'm the stupid one, says the one that can't even make sense of sending $10. You're so dumb, bro. Like, literally, how stupid can you be?
Yeah, crash out.
Is this what you
Ad
do?
homs, ad homs. Yeah, ad homs.
Oh, now I'm crashing out.
Yep, ad homs, crash out.
You're the
Go
one that
ahead.
could be stupid first.
No, prove it.
You're lame, bro.
$100.
All right, I'll
Then
send
my
you $100.
PayPal cash app. Go do it right now. Go
Send me
ahead.
your send it.
Yeah, link tree in
Send me
bio.
your cash app.
You click on
No,
here.
send,
You click on here. You
nope,
click on this
I'm not
profile.
gonna click on there. You can send it in your chat. Send it in the chat right now.
Oh, sure.
I'll
You want me to
send it
send my
Hurry up.
cash app in the chat? Sure, I got you.
Yes. Go ahead, good
I
boy.
got you, twin. I got you.
Good boy.
Ah, well, at least I'm gonna make $100.
You are going to make $100. Congratulations. You proved me wrong.
There you are, buddy. It's on my backup account. You copy and paste that, put it into a cash app, and you can send $100.
So I meant PayPal. Send it your PayPal. Sorry.
What if I just like kick you, and then I see
So
you next
don't-
time,
so you
and
don't
then
want $100?
and
So
then
you don't
next
want
time
$100?
and then next time I'll give you my PayPal. All right,
you don't want $100?
or I'll just remind you every single time that you owe me $100, and every
don't want
single
$100?
live you go to, I will remind you that you owe me $100.
Go ahead and send. So do you want $100? Yes or no?
Yeah, nah, you're not really worth my time. I had fun with you. I'm not gonna say that. That sounds weird. Anyways, sorry, that guy interrupted me. Let's continue looking into like the news. A suspected Russian one-way attack drone reportedly struck a residential building in eastern Romania tonight with several people injured. Romania, to be clear, Romania is a NATO member. Okay. We have a video of this as well. Has Russia confirmed or denied this? Let's check. Russia strikes. Okay, time. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Whenever breaking news happens, this is a drone crash and okay, there was a fire. 2 people were injured. Okay, the fire was extinguished. No drones have been identified in the area. Um, it's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed. Pay my mods. Never. Never. We're moving on to the next, guys. If you support John, jump in the guest box. I'm probably gonna hit restart if no one in here joins up. Quite frankly, I guess the news. Russia might. Keyword might. Might. I have to emphasize might have struck a residential building in Romania. Okay. What we know, I'll just recap because I was reading like half in my head, half out loud. There was a drone that struck around 2 a.m. in eastern Romania in a residential building. It was a one-way attack drone. And there are reports that it's coming from Russia. That's why I said might. Multiple people injured, multiple people seriously injured. And this is as tensions are rising between NATO allies that are like near the Russian border. So that's what we have now. No one has confirmed it though, so emphasis on might. Let's see. Has anyone else reported on it? Because it's been like an hour. I want to see if anyone else has reported on it before I hit a restart. Trump is innocent. I can prove it. Okay. Nothing there. Alright, I'm gonna hit one restart. I'll be back. There's 12 people in here. I'm gonna hit a restart. Over on YouTube, you guys don't have to leave. Over here on TikTok.
And you're proud of that?
Jesus.
You know what you need, sir? You need
Jesus.
Justin, come up here, man. You've been running your mouth, dude. Come on up. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if we can't
speak.
I damn sure did.
There we go. YouTube is coming back up. YouTube is coming back up. There's YouTube. Okay, let's check this. Do. Izzy, thank you for the corgi. I appreciate you so much. You're amazing. How's it going?
Do you believe in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior? Do you want to accept him? Okay, I'm sorry, Jeremiah. Also, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, um, um, RFK
Yo.
Jr. Yeah, RFK Jr., you know? Okay, but you're such a cutie. Actually, wait a second. Let me try this game real quick.
Confused. Moving.
I get a call as soon as I skim. Okay. You're such a cutie pie today!
God damn. Jesus fuck. If you guys support Trump, jump in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. Love to debate you. Love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, we're always looking for some debates. As always, we're looking for some debates. You're back. Okay. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Do I believe in Jesus? Jesus. Do I believe in Jesus?
What's
How's
up,
it
bro?
going?
You know, if it wasn't for your daddy Trump, you wouldn't even be able to have a link in the bio to get support, right? You know, you wouldn't even have a bunch of retards being able to send you some money, you know? Look at you on here.
Bro. Don't slur. Holy shit. How's it going?
Israel first. Israel first. Israel first. Israel first.
Get out of here, you cock. Moving on to the next guest.
What's up, bro?
How's it going? How old are you?
I'm 38.
When's your birth year?
86.
What do you want to talk about?
Do you support Trump?
I don't.
What's your ethnic background?
What? Why does that matter? I'm confused. You can answer the question why you support Trump.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons I support Trump.
Cool, take it away.
So I like his take on crime, his take on immigration,
Sure.
his take on like killing woke culture, that whole leftist Marxism, gender nonsense.
Do you like pronouns?
Not particularly. Do you?
You is a pronoun, so I'll tell you what. I'll use a buzzer every time you use a pronoun, since you particularly don't like
That's
pronouns.
not the question. The question
Well,
is,
the
do I like pronouns?
Yeah,
Not do I use pronouns.
since you don't like pronouns, you shouldn't do something you don't like.
What do
Typically,
right? pronouns have to do with anything I said?
Hold on, because the question you're talking about woke ideology. I asked you a question, so tell you about any time you use a pronoun, I will use a buzzer, so you cannot say a single pronoun.
Does a pronoun have to do with anything I said?
I is a pronoun.
Jeremiah, you're not answering the question.
Because you said you don't like woke ideology, then I asked you a question: do you like pronouns? And then you said particularly no, right? So we're gonna uphold the things you don't like. So if you don't like gender ideology and if you don't like pronouns, you can't use pronouns. So take it away. What about
Jeremiah? Do you like
pronouns? I love
pronouns?
I love pronouns. Yes, I do. So what do you support about immigration?
So do you have it like tattooed on you? Right. This isn't a real conversation, Jeremiah. You know that. You're being disingenuous.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to have a real conversation like an adult man?
You as a pronoun. Try again. Why do you support the immigration policy of Trump's? And what immigration policy do you support?
Strong borders. So I'm Salvadorian. My ancestry is from El Salvador. And so
he's a pronoun.
We in El Salvador, we like to have a strong national sovereign country, and I think America needs the same thing. I have dual citizenship, so I go back and forth. And so what Bukele has done in El Salvador is kind of what Trump's trying to do here and enforce the current laws, get rid of corrupt politicians and all that stuff. The only thing I don't like about Trump is his ties to Israel.
So you mentioned a couple different things. You said El Salvador. You said about enforcing law and corrupt politicians. You shouldn't support Trump based on the things that you said, enforcing laws and a corrupt politician. He has enriched himself by almost 3 times during the 2 years that he's been in office.
Which
He's
president hasn't?
not to the extent that Joe Biden didn't. Joe Biden only increased his net worth by $2 million. So Donald Trump has tripled
How
his net
long
worth.
was he in? How long was Biden in politics?
He was in politics for like his whole life. Also, he is a pronoun. Sorry.
Yeah. So how did he enrich his life throughout that time?
Yeah, we're talking about presidency right now. Talking about presidency.
No, we're
Right.
talking about
Also-
politicians.
Also, we're talking about the president, right? Because we're talking Biden and Trump were both presidents. Okay, so we're talking about the presidency, and you're saying corrupt politicians. He is the most corrupt politicians. Okay, he takes
How so?
briberies. He takes briberies,
Like
and we
what?
can
Name
reference all
one.
the way back to 26 Egypt, for example. Egypt, $10 million of bribery from Egypt to help him win the election. Whatever. Well,
What do you mean?
Have you not heard of it? Also, you.
No, nobody has. What are you talking about?
So yes, people have heard of about this. This was in Egypt. So in 2016, he needed $10 million for his campaign, and he did not want to spend his $10 million. So instead, what we saw is money being transferred from Egypt, cash, $10 million, and then days later,
Donors.
days later, Egypt, Egypt, we saw those money being transferred, and then $10 million appeared in his account. Right? There was an investigation going on, but then Donald Trump, Donald Trump went into office, and guess what? He fired that person and put in someone who was pro-Trump. So when Joe Biden got into office, because of statute of limitations, we couldn't do an investigation. Right? That's one prominent example. Also, Russia
No, it's not.
Russia is a prominent
No, it's
example
not.
as well. It is.
Disproven.
How is it
That was already
disproven?
disproven.
How? Prove me wrong.
Everything
Prove it
was
wrong.
funded by Democrats. Everything's tied back to the fake dossier that Clinton pushed. It's all out. They just can't arrest anyone because Trump made it so that no one gets arrested. I do think he's protecting people on Epstein's list. We can
Okay.
agree there.
Okay, he's protecting people on the Epstein list. Why do you support that?
I don't support that. But not every president has done it before him. I told you I don't like how he works with Israel. And you probably agree with that too.
I don't think we should be pro-Israel, but Harris wasn't going to protect
Right.
pedophiles, right? Harris was not going to protect
She
pedophiles.
did.
She would. You do realize when you're saying enforce laws,
She
this
did.
goes back into my point. He is violating 4 federal laws to protect pedophiles. 4 of them.
So
Releasing
have
all the Epstein
Democrats.
files.
They're the
Hold on.
same people, dude.
Hold on. Biden violated 4 federal laws to protect pedophiles. When?
Is a pedophile. What do you mean?
He's a pedophile. When was he ever convicted?
When
Or
did he-
what
did he
credible
release-
accusation?
Did he release Epstein's files? Did Biden do that?
Did he release Epstein files? Yeah, he released some Epstein files, but the reason why he didn't release
Because
all
he
of
was
them,
protecting them.
the reason why he didn't release all of them is because of the independence of the DOJ within the Biden administration. Right now, we're seeing DOJ under Trump be intertwined with Trump's administration. How do I know this? Well, the DOJ under Trump is going after E. Jean Carroll, the woman he raped. Under Biden, it wasn't used to go after his political opponents. He didn't dip
It
his.
literally
he
was. They
he didn't- he
arrested
didn't-
like 200 people.
He didn't use his DOJ to go after. He didn't
She
dip his
did.
feet. He didn't use his feet.
Jeremiah,
he
she
didn't
did.
He didn't dip his.
She did.
She did what?
She did.
She did what?
She did.
She did what? Who are we referencing?
I don't know, but you keep buzzing for every pronoun, so you're being ridiculous, and I'm
Yes,
proving the
because
point.
you started this by saying you don't particularly like
I
pronouns.
don't.
And
Do you
me
think about
saying this-
pronouns daily? Because I don't. So I don't
Okay,
particularly
can
like
you admit-
pronouns, just like I don't particularly like soap, or I don't like hand towels.
You don't like
because
soap?
That's a stupid thing.
What? You don't particularly like soap? You don't? Do you shower every day?
Yes, but I don't
Okay, then
like
you do
it.
like soap. What do you mean? you
No,
don't
no,
like
I
soap?
use it. I use soap.
I
don't
like
partic-
soap. I
Okay, well, you're
enjoy
weird,
soap.
bro.
I'm weird for liking being clean.
No, I didn't
What?
say I didn't like being clean. You just
How do you
jump to
clean yourself?
conclusions because you don't with Obviously, shampoo and soap. Do you
Is
have a favorite?
are pronouns
favorite?
are pronouns like the part of this like woke leftist ideology?
No, pronouns by themselves are not. And I don't know why
Okay.
you brought that up, because I never brought that up. You
Okay,
did.
sure.
Because you're ignorant.
I'm ignorant. Okay, pronouns. Okay, good. Pronouns are not particularly part of the left wing ideology. Okay, sure. I'll
No,
stop at the
only,
buzzer.
only
Uh,
you believe that. That's why you were buzzing forever.
only,
Because
only
you
I believe. Well,
believed.
no, you said you particularly don't like pronouns.
Yeah, I don't. I don't care for pronouns.
Particularly. So, under what circumstances do you like pronouns?
I don't think about pronouns, Jeremiah. Do you?
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, yes, whenever I use pronouns, I do think about pronouns, yes. Also, I don't know how you got a flag, but you got a flag. Get out of here, buddy. Get pushed. Get absolutely pushed. I don't know what happened there, but holy shit. Moving on to this. Next guest. It was fun.
All right,
Don't think about that.
all right.
Yeah, what do you want, you cuck?
I'm not a cuck. You're a cuck. All
You
right,
have the
anyway.
Israeli
So-
flag in your name.
No, I don't. Shut
Yeah,
up. Let
bro.
me explain.
Bro, that is literally,
sorry.
bro.
Let me explain. Let me explain why I support Trump. All right,
Take
so
it away,
basically,
cuck.
First off, shut up. Oh my god. Okay. Basically, he's like actually a really good person if you really look into it. Because y'all
He's a rapist, bro.
No, he's not. Evidence, proof,
wanna bet?
proof.
Yeah.
The burden of proof. I want to bet. Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
like $1 jillion. Well, the burden of proof is on you.
Bet a reasonable amount of
Yeah, that's
money.
why you paused your live because you're a
To
submissive
pull up
man.
this, you fucking dumbass.
I'm blind. I'm illiterate. I can't read.
Yeah.
Okay, now prove it. Now
Yeah,
prove it,
yeah,
huh?
no
You
shit,
can't
you're
exactly. You can't prove it. You can't
Hey,
prove
I
it.
got
You
you,
literally
no.
can't prove
Yeah,
it.
You want
You
me to
said you
prove
got
it?
me?
Yeah, I got you. I'll prove it.
That's AI. That's AI. It's AI generated. You AI generated an image of Donald Trump with Epstein. Yo, you're weird. You're a submissive male. If we were face to face, I would dominate you. You know that, right? And you're a woke liberal. Wait.
Whoa! Buddy, hold on. Let me do some grifting real quick. Make sure you guys hit that follow button if you haven't already. Repost live. Share the live. Do all the wonderful things. If you ever need to, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. If you want to support the grift, we have a $20 gift goal. Link tree in the bio. You can find my Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App, as well as my Buy Me a Coffee link. Grifter link in bio. This guy just said he would... Hold on, pause. I don't know why I'm playing YouTube. This guy just said he would dominate me if he saw me in person. Yeah, little bro. You would absolutely get cooked, but of course you're like a weak-minded person that just like goes to violence. That's why you're a cuck. You're like a Bibi Netanyahu cuck, and you're a Trump cuck, right? So unmute that mic and stop resorting to violence.
All right, so you just muted me because you're scared of me. Stephanie, this is AI. Stephanie in the TikTok chat, this is AI. And no Jew losers, I'm not into dudes. So anyway, back to our conversation.
And what
right?
did you mean by you dominate me?
Because I would, because you're a woke liberal. That's why.
Liberal, what?
Yeah.
Control when it wasn't spreading as rampantly and rapidly across the United States, when we were able to mitigate its impact because it was very quickly caught on from respiratory breathing and other things. That's how we were able to get it under control and severity. Thank you guys so much. That's how we did it, through those vaccinations. Are we dealing with a COVID pandemic
you don't
now?
Talk about, I'll let you say that. You don't want to talk about the source and how we funded the lab in Wuhan. This has all been proven.
How do you think we were able to? How do you think we were able to ramp up the vaccinations? Do you think that COVID-19 did not exist before 2019?
We were doing sketchy COVID research in another country.
Whatever your beliefs on that are, it doesn't
supposedly our
change the
enemy.
fact that it existed long before 2020 and 2019. In fact, we had some of the earliest reports of breakouts in the United States in 2019, which is exactly when I caught it. I caught it end of 2019, long before March, when the president declared a United States pandemic, and the world declared a global pandemic.
I got it in the beginning as well.
So
That's
none-
when I got it in the beginning.
Yeah, so I don't know what the point of all that is, and we're not getting into all this, whatever the hell you believe.
The point
None
is,
of it.
Fauci
None of it.
Fauci lied under oath, and then he's saying, "Don't."
I am not going to argue with you about all the ways you want to discredit this man. You're not getting me flagged on this platform. COVID was real. You caught it. So whatever lie you think was told, whatever lab you think it came from, doesn't change the fact that the ramp up of vaccinations under Operation Warp Speed and the only mandate that existed, which was for federal workers and specifically in the medical field and the military. Pandemic, if you are a military official or not official, just military employee or a medical professional,
Content. What's up, YouTube? We're back. We got a restriction. That's why you guys saw that, and I played Hector for you guys for a couple of minutes. Over on YouTube, someone says demonic leftists. Thank you for the corgi. You're amazing. That corgi is very cute, and I appreciate you so very much. You're freaking amazing. Fascists. Support the troops and MAGA first. YouTube. My rhetoric killed Charlie Kirk. Is what Devoy said. I don't know what my YouTube chat is talking about. They're just yapping for fun. Interesting. Interesting, quite frankly. Do we troll too much? Who's we? Chat or me? Could you define leftists real quick? Maybe. Well, I'll consider it. Under consideration. I have to send it over to my manager. Leftists are woke, communists, Marxists, is what my manager just said. So you guys are in that follow, but if you haven't already, repost and live share the live, do all the wonderful things. Might take 2 to 3 business days. Yeah, you can purchase the accelerated version. I gotta stop trolling my chat. The only chat I control is YouTube because mainly people on YouTube are like Trump supporters, calling me a demonic leftist. Also, someone said Democrats didn't do that. That was Trump. Yeah, in reference to the other guy about like Egypt and the whole thing with that. Yeah, Democrats, like Biden was in office under Trump, so I don't know what he was referencing. In reference to like it was disproven wrong or whatever. But we are going to look for some debates here. No answer. It's gonna I have no idea what my chat is saying. Y'all, if you're a Trump supporter, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. Love to have a debate with you. Love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, we are looking for some debates. I got a restriction, but it shouldn't impact this live stream because I restarted. Over on YouTube, I gotta fix that. I don't know why it impacts it. I just want to watch. If you want to watch, that's completely fine. But repost live and share it out to people that you know that are Trump supporters, because as soon as we have 50 people in here, that is when we have at least one Trump supporter in the box. Okay? Hello? Okay, I disconnected you. How's it going?
Not too bad. How about you?
How old are you? Good, I've been good. How old are you?
I'm 75.
You're 75.
Yes, you have a problem with that?
What year were you born in?
1951. I graduated in 1969.
Can you name like a popular band from like the 80s?
Michael Jackson, but he's not a band.
Can you name a popular like band?
The Beach Boys.
What the fuck is the Beach Boys? Okay.
I listened to the Beatles in the 60s. Through middle school and high school.
What are your pronouns?
He, her.
He. Hold on. You said he, her.
She, her.
She, her.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Who's your favorite president? Just out of curiosity.
Either FDR or Trump.
FDR or Trump? Crazy take, by the way, for Trump. Hold on. What year were you born in? Hold on. What year were you born in? Ronald Reagan.
1951.
Chat. What do we think? Okay, take it away. Why do you support Trump?
Well, his policies align with my religious views, and I like what he's doing with, the immigration. And
okay, religious views and immigration. What about him? What religion do you uphold?
I'm affiliated with Christianity.
Okay, what denomination?
Lutheran.
Do you hold to Sola Scriptura?
I do.
Okay. Do you think it's an unforgivable sin to depict yourself as Jesus Christ? Which would be blasphemy?
I do to an extent.
To an extent. Under what circumstances is it permissible to depict yourself as Jesus Christ?
If it's online.
So if I were to go online right now and claim I was like the Messiah, right? I was like Jesus. Would that be blasphemy, or would that be like permissible?
That would be permissible, honey.
What's the difference between like me saying that in person or online? What's the difference?
Because online is fake shit, and in person it's real.
How would you determine that either way it would be fake or real? If I'm saying it in both scenarios.
Well, I guess you could lie in person too.
So then that goes into my argument. It should be unpermissible on both scenarios, right?
Correct.
Okay. Would you ever support a candidate that commits blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, which we agreed is always unpermissible?
No.
Donald Trump depicted himself as Jesus Christ, which is blasphemy.
What do you mean by depicted himself?
He portrayed a photo as him depicted as Jesus Christ healing people.
Well, that was AI.
Okay, but we agreed even if it's online, if someone depicts themselves as Jesus Christ, that's blasphemy, and it's unforgivable under every circumstance.
Well, how do we know that Donald Trump really meant that? What if it was one of his, cabinet members that did that?
Because I'm pretty sure he took it down right after. He took down the post. He didn't apologize. He said he made this, but he thought he was a doctor. That's how we know.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure what he was talking about with him being a doctor. I think
obviously he wasn't a doctor.
It was
right?
Jesus Christ in that AI photo. But I don't think it was necessarily blasphemy.
That was literally Donald. What do you mean it was Jesus Christ? It was Donald Trump depicted as Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's what I meant. It was Donald Trump as Jesus Christ.
Right, and that's blasphemy, which is an unforgivable sin under your view of Christianity.
I know, but I don't believe
you said you would never support a candidate that did that, so you shouldn't support Trump.
Well, I can support whoever I want to.
I'm not forcing you not to support him. I'm just saying under your worldview, you're the one who said you should not support him.
I understand, but in my opinion...
Why do you still support him?
In my opinion, that was not necessarily blasphemy.
Okay, how? Oh, okay, let's go a different route. Name one Christian value that Donald Trump has upheld.
Freedom of speech and
No, he's attacked the First Amendment. Media. He's called the media, MSNBC, CNN, illegal. The mergers that are pro MAGA, pro Trump. He's also attacked the First Amendment via having these pressed to have certain like credentials in order to enter the briefing room. So he's literally attacking the First Amendment. So name one Christian value that he upholds.
spreading love to thy neighbor.
He literally hates undocumented immigrants, hates trans people, hates women so much that he raped a woman, and he hates Muslims.
Where's your evidence for him hating Muslims?
Yeah, the Muslim ban 2017.
I'm not sure if I heard about that one.
You can literally find. I can give you any source if you'd like.
Do you mind doing that for me?
Sure. Trump Muslim ban 2017. ACLU of Washington, Executive Order 13769. That's easier. So the executive order you can find on Congress. No, not Congress. Holy shit, what a fumble. You can find on like the White House page or something. Executive Order number 13769. It's the Muslim ban.
Just to take a little sidewalk stretch, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Who do you think will be the Democratic nominee for 2028?
A lot of different people. Pete Buttigieg, Gavin Newsom, Harris, James Tallarico, which he should, if he wins Senate, he should stay there. You also have Ro Khanna, Mark Kelly, Ruben Gallego. You have. Am I missing anyone? Chat. I know there's like 28 different people. I named like 7. You have. Who else do we have? That's all I remember off the top of my head. But so why do you still support Trump even though he's like committed blasphemy, which is like an unforgivable sin?
Well, like I said, I believe he implements policies that reflect my identity, and with his, some people say he's racist, and I completely disagree with that.
He didn't rent to black people in the 70s. He literally would have his employees write C for colored whenever there was like a person of color wanting to rent in the apartments and the buildings that he owned. They would put C for colored and they wouldn't accept it. They would send a white person, they would get accepted. He started the birther myth of Barack Obama. That's how he started his political career. Saying that Barack Obama was not born in America because he was black, he was born in Africa. And then he conceded to this later on. He said that Harris had turned black. The Central Park Five, where
hold on.
5 kids of color were exonerated of a crime, and he would still call for their death and the death penalty. You have the most recently him depicting the Obamas as apes and monkeys, which is historically a racist piece, depicting like black people or people of color as like apes or monkeys to make them think that they're less than humans or something along those lines. So he is racist.
Going back to what you said about Kamala turning black, she did, and she 100% did. She went from Indian to Jamaican to Mexican to black back to white.
She never claimed to be Jamaican. She never claimed to be Mexican, or you said white. No, I believe her dad is one of those two, Jamaican. Her mom was Indian, I believe, right? Yeah, or vice versa, something along those lines. But the point is here, people can be biracial. Biracial is a thing. So now she didn't turn black.
Well, she didn't turn black, but figuratively she did in front of those crowds.
No, so if you're referencing like code switching, that's you probably don't even know what that is, what code switching is.
Well, I just saw videos where she, changed her accent in front of different audiences. Which is kind of changing her race.
Quote unquote, changing her accent is like worse than like raping a woman?
No, I did not say that.
Okay. Would you rather support someone who changes their accent or rapes a woman?
Neither.
So you're saying they're equal?
Who?
Like changing your accent and raping a woman?
No, they're not equal, but they're both on the bad spectrum.
Okay. Okay, what the fuck? You said he upholds your views on Christianity. You said freedom of speech. I debunked that. What other Christian value does he uphold?
Well, those are my main ones.
Just freedom of speech? Doesn't uphold any other Christian value?
I know he upholds the Constitution, though.
No, he doesn't. Sorry for laughing. No,
Yes,
he
he
doesn't.
does. Second Amendment, honey.
He violated the Second Amendment.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, he passed an executive order, the bump stock bans, in his first term that was deemed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. He also wants to ban every single trans person from owning a firearm, which is a violation of the Second Amendment. Not only that, he's violated the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, 10th Amendment, 14th Amendment, possibly the 22nd Amendment, maybe even the 25th Amendment. He's violated the Appropriations Clause, the Take Care Clause, the Declare War Clause, the Taxation Clause. So no, he doesn't uphold the Constitution. He is anti-law and order. He is against upholding the Constitution. He called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, in December of 2022. So that's false. Also, the Constitution is not a Christianity worldview or Christian worldview. So, but that's your argument for that. He doesn't uphold it.
Also, I feel a little bit offended by that photo behind you.
So are you conceding that he doesn't uphold it, or are you gonna, like, what are you gonna do? Pivot? What are you gonna do?
Well, it's controversial, but I believe that he does uphold the Constitution. He took an oath in 2025.
Okay, yes, he took an oath, and he's violating that oath because
Well,
he's
then why
violated the
then
First
he
Amendment,
can't?
Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, 10th Amendment, 14th Amendment, possibly the 22nd and 25th Amendment. He's violated the Appropriations Clause, Declare War Clause, the Take Care Clause. The Declare
Well,
War.
if-
I already said that.
If people don't like him, why doesn't he just get, impeached?
Because Republicans hold a slight majority in Congress, and his cabinet officials are MAGA Republicans, so he can't leave via the 25th Amendment. Right? It's either 25th Amendment, Congress, or another body specifically meant for that. That's what it says in the Constitution. So what Democrats are doing, they're attempting to create this separate body, which would be a committee to hope to use the 25th Amendment whenever they need to. But yeah, that's pivot of him like upholding the Constitution and whatnot. So if you want to address that real quick.
Yes, well, I already addressed I didn't expand on it, but the Second Amendment, he wants everyone to have the right to bear arms.
False. Bump stock bans, they were unconstitutional. And then he wants to ban trans individuals from owning firearms, so that's false.
What is it? The bump stop?
What's
Bump
a bump
stock
stock?
ban?
Yeah, the bump stock ban. It was deemed unconstitutional. I can tell you exactly what it is. The federal bump stock ban was no longer in effect, obviously, because it was deemed unconstitutional. Let's see, blah blah blah.
Easy chick, I do read it. You can't say that. Just because I disagree with you doesn't mean that I don't read the Constitution, honey.
You obviously don't, but I'll tell you here in a second why. Let's see. The bump stock ban was let's see, something to do with like automatic rifles, I believe. It prohibited the possession, sales as manufacturer of bump stocks by reclassifying them as illegal machine guns. That's what it did. It was deemed unconstitutional. So no, he's not pro 2A. If he were to be pro 2A, he would have to be pro Constitution, and he's anti-Constitution because he called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found within the Constitution. This was in December of 2022. So that point's flawed. That point is out and dead in the water.
Well, what about how do you feel about the pardoning of the January 6th people?
Bad, very bad. They're domestic terrorists.
And I believe that, what's his name? Gavin Newsom, with his 100% tax on that.
W.
That is completely unconstitutional.
How?
All of the amendments It
Okay.
goes against all of the amendments.
How? How does it go against the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth? How many amendments are there, just to clarify?
40, 67, 80.
No, that's not 40.
Also, the
It's
Antifa
27.
Antifa was in January 6th.
Okay, before
It was not MAGA.
before we move on, it was MAGA. Okay.
No, it was
first off.
Antifa.
Antifa isn't an organization. Okay. It's 27 amendments. So tell me how the 100% tax on the slush fund, if you're from California, how does that violate the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 27th Amendment? How does it violate every single one of them? Please be precise and explicit with your answer. Go ahead.
Well, I'll kind of summarize it for you. So,
No, you don't. We can go point by point. How does a slush fund tax violate the First Amendment? Take it away. You can go in depth as much as you need to.
okay. Well, when I mean it violates the Constitution, I don't mean it applies to every single amendment. I mean,
You literally
the
said it violates
Constitution.
every single amendment. You said that yourself.
Well, I meant the Constitution as a whole, as a generalized term,
Okay, how does it violate the Constitution? Go ahead, be specific.
because he is targeting specific people.
How does that violate the Constitution? Be specific.
Well, we can start at freedom of speech and press.
Okay, how does taxation violate the freedom of speech and press? Take it away. They left. Moving on to the next guest. Rio Trump supporter hop up in the guest box. That's how Rob was in here. I wanted to debate him. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, why I support Donald Trump.
Yeah, how old are you?
25.
Take it away. Why do you support Donald Jimothy Trump?
For the increased chances of nuclear exchange events. Literally only reasoning. I'm so serious, by the way. I'm not even being a troll.
If you all support Trump, join him in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you, love to debate you, love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, we are looking for some debate. So if you are one of those people that want to debate me, join up in the guest box. I would love to have a conversation with you tonight. Let's see. Should I get off, chat? Should I get off? Yes or no? I've been on for 2 hours.
Hey, you can't get rid of me. Hey, did you miss?
If you support Trump, join up in the guest box. I love to talk to you, love to debate you, love to have a conversation with you tonight. As always, we're all looking for some debates. Dun 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 dun. Trying to look for updates here on the whole Russia-Romania situation. It was updated May 29th, 6:05. It was updated 10 minutes ago. No one is. I probably hit one more restart. Oh, CBS News has reported on this. Reuters. Let's see what Reuters is saying. 2 injured as drone hits Romanian apartment close to Ukrainian drone or border. They're not saying that it's a Russian drone. But CBS is citing a Russian drone. Did I just see Trinity? Thank God. That's what CBS is saying. I could do like one more restart. Russian drone strikes. A Russian drone struck. Okay. Russian Federation resumed drone. Ukraine. Quote, one of these drones entered Romanian airspace and was tracked by radar as far as the southern part of the city and crashed onto the roof of an apartment building with the impact triggering a fire. It said with emergency services adding 2 people were wounded. This wouldn't be the first time that the Romanian drone was breached. It said in late September, Romanian report as airspace was breached by a drone during a Russian attack on neighboring Ukraine. The country scrambled 2 fighter jets at the time. Wow, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm changing my mind. Bees? I don't like bees. I don't like animals. No, I don't like insects. Sorry, I didn't mean animals. I don't like insects. I don't like cockroaches. I don't like bugs. I don't like any type of like bugs. I'm really weird with bugs or like flies. No hate towards Bumblebee. Just saying, I don't like bugs. Just saying, we want to be, Sebastian is in my guest box. I didn't know that. Sebastian, are you there? Sebastian, hello, Sebastian. I'll tell you what, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be back. Well, should I? Should I get on that? What is there for me to do? Do I have anything to do right now? No, I don't. I'll probably hit a restart. Same tired prompt every day. I'll be back. What should I? 7. I could just go on a run. I've been on for 2 hours. I debated a couple people. You know what? I'm gonna end for tonight. This is a good ending point. I was on for 2 hours. I have a pretty busy day tomorrow, so. But I'll try to go live for like 4 hours, or no, 3 hours tomorrow. Even though like I'll be pretty busy, but I'll probably do in the morning like 2 hours, and then in the evening another 2 hours. So stay tuned for that. The strike continues. Quite frankly, I don't support unions. Quite frankly, that's a joke. That's gonna get. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow with more debates. I will see you guys then. If you guys want to stay updated with all the news and information, make sure to follow. The best and quickest way is gonna be through Threads. So if you have Threads, follow my Threads, okay? Because it's like a 5-second read, okay? And you get your news instantly the moment it happens. Because obviously, in order for me to like make a video, I have to do deep research into it. You know, for Threads, I can just like do it like a little like 3-sentence thing. In order for me to make a video, I have to do deep research into it. It takes me a while to edit. Not a while, but a couple minutes to edit, so it won't be as quick, right? And sometimes I forget to make videos because I'm lazy. So, make sure to follow my Threads. You know. Do that. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you guys for being here. You guys have a great night. Make sure to do something. I don't know what you guys are gonna do, but do something. Let's see what my chat is saying. Should I play Contexto? You know what? I'll play Contexto for like 15 minutes. That's what we're gonna do. We'll play Contexto, because why not? Drink water. I've drinking Coke. Todd. I remember Todd. I don't remember what we talked about, but I remember him. I'll play Contexto.